I've had some really interesting conversations lately, and one of a few of the different conversations has got my wheels turning about what makes a heart connection with someone. And some of the discussion that I had was just around how people find their tribe, how people find their community, and it really got me thinking that there are some key things that allow you to have a true heart connection with someone, because when we are friends with people, sometimes we have different reasons why we're friends. Maybe there's a connection through work, maybe there's a connection through similar interests, maybe there's just a piece of your life that's connected to them, so you have a friendship or a connection in that way. Maybe you're connected on a spiritual level. There's like-mindedness when it comes to where your faith is based. Maybe there's a connection, it could be a lot of different things. Maybe there's a friend that you can have a lot of fun with, but you don't necessarily dive deep relationally. And what I think establishes a heart connection with somebody is three things. Number one, that you feel safe with them, meaning you can unload, you can talk about the deepest things, and you know that it's not going anywhere beyond that friend. That friend's keeping it in a safe place, and it's not going to her husband. It's not going to her best friend. It's not going to her circle. It really is truly safe with that person's heart. And so that's the safety factor, where you feel safe to share. And in some ways, safe to be you, which leads me to the next thing. I think the other thing that makes a heart connection with someone is feeling seen, meaning you feel appreciated for who you are, not what you do, not what you bring to the table, not what you not what you do in the friendship, how you're a resource for them, but really just appreciation for who you are as a person. You feel like you can be totally you, like you can just let that guard down and feel like that person sees you, and not just sees you, but sees you in a way where you feel appreciated and like you're wanted just for who you are as a person, your personality, like who you are, like at the core level. The third way that you feel connected is that you feel understood. And that means like you don't feel judgment. You don't feel, you just feel like somebody understands you. There's just this heart, like, I get you. And so I feel like those three things make a heart connection. Now, are there nuances? Scientifically speaking, is there more? Has this been studied? I really don't know. Maybe it's been studied. But I think these three things make a heart connection. And sometimes it's hard to find that. And so if you have it, like, hey, grab a hold of it. But if we can maybe be recognizing that those things make a heart connection, then when we are looking to establish friendships, we can appreciate the friends that we have for the connection that we do have with them, but then also understanding if we're lacking connection with them, which of these three things feels off. I think sometimes it can be that other person where it feels off, and then sometimes it can be you. I know I tend to be very guarded. I tend to be more private in some regards. And so for me, sometimes I have to own in relationships where I feel off on those three things. Like I'm not feeling it. And maybe from past hurts or past whatever. And sometimes it's the other person. Maybe the other person isn't safe. Maybe the other person isn't seeing you. Maybe the other person isn't understanding you. And maybe from your side of things, maybe you aren't a safe place. Maybe you don't even understand you. Maybe you don't even appreciate who you are. So you're having trouble connecting to other people and seeing that other people appreciate you because you don't appreciate you. Like wherever you lie in that spectrum, or your friendships lie in that spectrum, I think it's powerful to understand these three things as it relates to how you can have and find and establish heart connections with people.